Okay guys, so with Miss Ariel, you guys were talking a little bit about how things move, and our driving question for today is how do things move? So keep that question in mind, and right now we're going to do some very fun activities to actually see what happens when things move, okay? So I'm going to show you guys what I want you to do. Okay, so you guys have newspaper, right?
Yes.
And you have rulers, am I right?
Yes.
Yes, so you're going to take your rulers, you're going to put them on the table with a little bit of the ruler sticking up. So it should look like this, okay? And then we're going to put the newspaper over the ruler. Everybody's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I have a question for you guys. If you guys were to tap the ruler, not too hard and not too soft, what do you think would happen to the paper? Philip?
I think the paper's like gonna go a little off the table and come back.
You think it's going to go up the table, off the table, and come back down?
But like, it will go like almost down but come back.
Like it'll fly up a little bit, you mean?
Yeah.
And then it'll come back down?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else have any ideas of what might happen to the paper if we tap it?
Just gonna stay on the table.
It's going to stay on the table, so you don't think it'll move at all? How come you don't think it'll move?
Because it goes too quickly for it to move at all.
Too quickly for it to move at all. So you think if we tap it, it won't even move at all, right?
Yeah.
And why? How come? Are we going to be pushing on the ruler? You talked with Miss Ariel about pushes and pulls, right? So what are we going to do to the ruler to make the paper move? Yes?
But one side of the ruler is gonna go down and the other one's gonna go up.
You think it's going to go up because of our hand pushing on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you guys to try it, and what you're going to do before you start, you're going to do it like a high five. So not too hard, not too soft, and use the palm of your hand to hit the ruler, okay?
Okay. You can start?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Oh, here. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Just try and... There you go.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to give it a try like this? Go like this. See what happens?
Yeah, and make sure it's with your palm.
Go like that with your palm. Go. Exactly.
Okay.
You guys want to try it? Try on this side.
Everybody try.
High five it the same way Catherine did, a bit to the side.
Hi. There you go. Okay, so I'll just go over here. So what did you guys see happen whenever you tapped the ruler? Yes?
I saw that the newspaper went up a little and came back down with the ruler.
It went up a little and came back down. But did it go up high or no?
No.
No? Did anyone else see anything that they want to share? Yes?
Well, it almost didn't go off the table at all. Only like 1 centimeter off the table.
Only a little bit off the table. So what do you guys think was happening that made the paper not move that much? Because I thought that tapping it would make it fly, but it didn't. So what was keeping it on the table? Yeah?
The force of gravity.
The force of gravity. Okay, so I'm going to write this here. Gravity. And you said that that's a force, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to write force. So you think the force of gravity was acting on it. What was making the paper not fall on the ground? Yeah, Catherine?
The table.
The table. So I'm going to write that here too, because without the table, the paper would have flown away, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, do you guys have anything else to say about that activity we just did? Or no?
No.
No? Okay. So now I have another question for you guys. Do you guys know what a model is in science? What we use a model for? Yes?
A comparison about two things.
A comparison, that's a good answer. We can compare two things by looking at models. Anybody else? Anyone? Yes?
To build things, to construct something.
To construct something, yeah, so we can, would we say kind of it's like a picture that we look at?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think it's a picture?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can say that a model is maybe a picture that scientists use to see something that they can't see with their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
You guys think that's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want you guys to do now is think about the activity that we just did where we tapped the ruler, okay? And you guys are gonna try and draw a model of that. So I wanna see on your papers what you think was happening to the paper when we tapped the ruler. Okay, so you guys have to think about everything that was happening and try and draw it on a piece of paper, and we're gonna come around and help you. Okay.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you drawing here?
That's a newspaper.
That's the newspaper, and what's the square?
The square is a table.
Okay. Let's move it, like, all over. Okay. So the table.
What's that?
What are those lines?
Gravity pushing down on the newspaper.
Gravity pushing the newspaper. And that's why the newspaper didn't move so much?
Yeah.
Yeah? I remember with Ariel, you guys said that wind was a force, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that wind or air could be a force that was working on the paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it could be? And what would it be doing to the paper?
But it was like keeping it down.
Pushing it down? So kind of like what other force did we talk about was pushing the paper down?
The gravity force.
The gravity. So those are possible forces as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now I want you guys to put those models away. Okay, and now we're going to do another fun activity. So I want you guys to set your ruler up and your paper the same way it was before. Okay, with the ruler sticking out just a little bit, just like this, okay? Good. So now we're going to do something different with the ruler. You're still going to move it with your palm, but instead of tapping it, you're going to press on it slow. And before you do it, what do you guys think is going to happen to the paper? Yes?
I think the paper's gonna get down on the floor with the ruler because there's gonna be no more table for getting it, for holding it, and the gravity force can keep it down.
Okay, so you think, well, does anyone else want to tell me what Philip just said in their own words? Yes?
The ruler, when you go slowly with your hand, it's going to make the newspaper fall on the floor.
Okay, so you think that it'll kind of slide down the ruler. But do you think that the paper will go up higher than it did last time?
Yes.
Yeah? How come? Yes?
Because before it didn't went high enough to go on the floor, and
Okay.
that time it's gonna go on the floor. Because
What's going to make it go higher though? Yeah?
Because you're gonna push it all down.
You're going to push it. So are you pushing harder or
No,
what's going on?
but you're gonna just push it constantly, like not stopping it, and it's gonna go down, and it's gonna fall.
Okay. So do you guys want to try it out and see what happens?
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Do you want to do it one more time on the other side just so that everyone can see? Okay. So whenever you guys push the ruler slowly, what actually happened? Yeah?
But the gravity force made it go down because it wasn't on the table for a long time.
The gravity made it go down. Okay, anybody else? Anybody? What? You guys, you mentioned that the table wasn't there anymore. That's because the paper went up a little bit more than last time and slid right down the ruler?
Yeah.
Yeah?
When you push the ruler, the newspaper went up because there's one side of the ruler that goes up.
There's one side of the ruler that goes up, so that lifted up our paper. So our push was strong enough to lift up the paper. Whereas last time, was it strong enough to push the paper
No,
up?
because it wasn't constantly going down the ruler, so it wasn't constantly going up the paper.
Constant. That's a good word that you guys are using. Constant. A constant push. Okay, so now we're going to draw another model. So you guys remember what a model is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can someone just remind me of what a model is? Yes?
It's a picture that to compare or like build stuff.
Okay, a picture to compare or build stuff. And in science, we can use it
Because to find out things that we can't see with our eyes.
to find things, to see things we can't see with our eyes. Perfect, that's awesome. So now you guys are going to be drawing models of what we just did. So of what happens when you push the ruler slowly. And it's okay if your models are different from the last ones, because as scientists learn new things, their models change, okay? So let's start drawing. So what's this that you're drawing here?
The newspaper.
The newspaper, and this is the ruler. The ruler. You're using arrows here, and your friend is not using arrows. Do you guys, what are the arrows showing?
Well, the arrow shows where your hand's pushing, but it's always pushing down.
Okay. Cool. Are you guys almost finished?
Yeah.
You're all done? Your
Yes.
Yes.
models? Okay. So now what we're going to do is Karina is going to go around and circulate. She's going to take your models and she's going to look at them and compare them and see what's similar and see what's different, okay?